No, school like when you were born.
Well, school is always the same. I don't think it changes. You go into your classroom, you have a teacher, and they teach you stuff. We had that except one glaring exception. We had nuns. Did you ever hear of nuns?
No.
No? All right. Well, these were very holy ladies who taught the school. They all taught, every class had a nun.
Oh yeah, I know what nuns are.
You know what they are? And when I was a kid, they wore these long black gowns.
Yeah.
And some of them were very, very tough. You know, you didn't dare talk in class. You didn't dare not do your homework and stuff, because they never did this, but they threatened us with being put in the basement up in their house, locked up and stuff like that. So we had visions of terrible things happening to us. But they never did it. They were, you know what, they were faking. They were really faking.
Did you have art class and gym and music and stuff like that?
No, we sat in the same old classroom all day long.
You didn't have any music? No music teacher?
None of that stuff. Are you kidding?
How about
You went
Spanish?
home for lunch,
We
didn't
did
you?
go home for lunch.
Oh, in the middle of the day,
Oh, yeah,
your
yeah.
mom made you
We
lunch
went
and
out
then
for
you came
lunch.
back?
Yeah, and I can tell you what the lunches were. I mean, there was
Yeah,
cream
And-
chip beef and
yeah.
lunch roll sandwiches and stuff.
No Spanish class, no Spanish teacher?
Are you kidding? We were lucky to learn English.
It's a little different.
Foreign languages were unheard of. Except half the kids in the class came from homes where foreign languages were spoken. So they're not unheard of.
They were learning English.
Well, they were better English speakers than their parents.
So you weren't required to learn the language of the,
Of the country the kids came from?
yeah.
Oh, no. The fact, it was the opposite. The kids who came from families that spoke foreign languages at home were really wanted to learn English. They wanted to melt in and be part of it. Some of the parents didn't care, but the kids did. I mean, it's like Al Kazunis. I don't know if you know Uncle Al. His parents were Lithuanians. Right, they Russian, Lithuanian. They spoke that language at home. He was embarrassed by that. He wanted to be an English speaker and mix it. He didn't want to have that. And then there's the inevitable Italians. I mean, they were all over the place. But I never met an Italian kid that couldn't speak English. Never. No, seriously, never.
So did you have any computers at your school or anything like that?
Now listen, do you know how old computers are, how long they've been around?
I don't know.
Not too long. When I was a kid, now this is hard to imagine. When I was a kid, we only did not have computers. We didn't have television. Can you believe that? We lived in a world without TV.
Did you have radios?
Yes, we did. And we lived by the radio. Every afternoon or evening, there were like a Lone Ranger and Jack Armstrong and Little Orphan Annie. And we were glued to those radio programs. And we could see see all the stuff, even though it was in our heads. You couldn't see it on the radio.
So actors would say the
They read
the
lines.
script.
Yeah, and you hear horses with and stuff like that. But,
And you had to use your imagination.
oh, you did. You know, and actually, your mother always said we were so much better off because we all had our own separate picture of what was going on. We created our own picture. And who knows what somebody else saw. It wasn't what you saw. Yeah.
So when you went to school, there was probably no recess.
Oh, no. Yes, there was.
You had recess?
Recess was a dangerous part of the day. You had recess in the morning and you had recess in the afternoon. And there were always a group of kids. I mean, we played roughhouse football and stuff and rolled on the grounds. And the girls were over the other side jumping rope and stuff like that. But yeah, no, we had recess. And the nuns had a little thing going where they sold candy to the kids. And if you were lucky, you got picked to sell the candy. and you'd sit on the little step outside with your box of candy with the other little kids, and please buy my candy. And they sold grade A's and bolsters, and I'll never forget. Now, the problem is, if you're a little kid and somebody gives you a box of candy to sell to other kids, it's very tempting not to eat it all yourself. It really is. I got myself in deep debt.
So you were chosen as a candy seller
Oh,
a few
sure, I was
times?
chosen for everything.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, we did, I did eat a lot of candy. It created a life of crime for me. It did, because I was out of money, I had to pay for the candy, and I used to rob my brother and sister's piggy banks.
So were you one of the troublemakers during recess too?
No, we had a lot of fun. We ran, but there were always a few kids who were foul balls. No, we did have like a choir, and we had like altar boys. You don't know what they are, the guys that served it. Today they're called altar servers. But that was like older grades, and in your grades, no. And you know what? Really different. There was a boys' class and there was a girls' class. They didn't put them together. No. So we had, and God help you if you got sent on an errand. Sister Saint would come up and say, John, I was John. Take this note up to Sister so-and-so in this class. And you have to go into a room full of girls. You called it. And you know what a nun did to me one time? Now, they were nice people, but they had a funny sense of humor. So I go into this girls' class, little kid bringing a note, and Sister says, boys are known for carrying all kinds of stuff in their pants pockets. So she said, take everything out of your pockets and put it on the desk. Oh, I had an American flag in there. I had a toy gun. I mean, I had all that, but the flag embarrassing. What are you doing with the flag?
Bring a toy gun in the school?
Oh, not today. But it was a happy time and it was a sad time. And the sad time was a lot of kids did not have enough money to buy lunch or buy candy. I mean, some kids ate the candy and didn't have money. So anyhow, the Christmas tree story has been in our family since 1944. All of our kids have heard that story, all of our grandchildren, and I wrote it all down so that when you're old enough you may want to read it. But it's a little bit sad. It's a little bit sad because my mother died and we were upset by that. But we got over it. Life went on, we grew up, enjoyed life. We got married, had children, had beautiful grandchildren. So, a lot of blessings came in. Okay?
Okay.
You like the story?
Do you have any questions, Erin? No more questions?
I think it's a story of hope.
Yeah.
It's very hopeful.
I say that right in the last paragraph.
Oh, do you?
It's a story of hope for the future. And I didn't realize it at the time, but it really worked out. We learned a lot of lessons from it.
Good.
And let's see, you two guys knew my father. Either of you did, didn't you?
No.
He went through some hard years. He was widowed at age 40. Good looking man, nice guy. Never remarried. Never remarried. I marveled at the fact that he didn't do that. But then again, he had 6 kids at home. So that was not too easy to accept.
A 4-year-old.
Yes, he had a 4-year-old.
kids.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So how old was Uncle Joe?
4.
He's 4.
He's the baby.
Yeah, they're 10 years. Well, maybe he's growing up 5. Well, he was 4 when my mother died. but he's 10 years younger than me. I always know his age is
Right.
subtract 2. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the.
Thank you, Granddad.
time.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.